See, now you are a man or a woman that's in touch with your feelings. I'm tapped into a subscriber that has emotional intelligence. Okay, someone that knows how to give good advice, that knows how to listen, that understands what motivates people to do or to stop doing something. You are definitely a friend of this channel, okay? Mature, stable, and you know a lot, okay? It's saying with secrets, the occult secrets, you know a lot with a lot of different, like, 8th house knowledge. So, welcome back, subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for always liking, commenting, and sharing all the messages that I channel on this channel. So let's see what the wisdoms are saying, what the oracles are talking about. It looks like you are communicating, or whatever it is you do to creatively express yourself. There are a lot of poverty-stricken people that concentrate so much on the distraction, and they're like easily distracted. They're not. It's not easy for them to hold down a focused train of thought. They become confused and hesitant very quickly. They worry babies. Okay, so you're dealing with a level of consciousness that is they don't even know why they're in their financial hardship, why they're in their struggle. They don't even know why they're experiencing so much hardship. It's like they feel forsaken. They feel like the world is against them. So much struggle, so much war, hardships, like bad luck is following them. But that's because that's what they focus on, the concentration. Like, that's exactly all they think about, so that's all that they get. And then those thoughts seep in, that suspicion seeps in, that worry seeps in, and then boom, shakalaka. They become hesitant on what they should do. They don't know if this is a good voice in their head or a bad voice in their head. And so we got worry. Worrying never helped nobody, honey. It's all I could say. That's one thing for certain, two things for sure. It has never helped anybody. So you know how to trust. You know how to trust the universe and go with the flow. And so it's like no matter what you want for these people, they have to want it for themselves. And I feel like you know that. And so in a lot of ways, you do gatekeep, and you do promise to keep certain things to yourself, because you can tell when like a student isn't ready, but then that student is like wants to be let in, or they're like desperate. It's like desperation. Yeah, I want to get out of the situation. I don't want to be left out. I want better. They can want a lot of things, but the problem is deceit. When you help them and you tell them what's required to get themselves out of their own struggle, then they accuse you of doing something to them. It's like, oh, I think you hypnotized me. I think you put a spell on me. I think you this. I think you that. It's like, how did I put a spell on you and curse you when I helped you get out of the situation? You know what I'm saying? When I helped you, I told you what to focus on so you can liberate yourself. Some of you guys, you know, you just encouraged them to change their motives or their focus. Like, I feel like you kept it even stupid simple. You may have went and prayed for someone, petitioned for someone, did the work for someone. All you did was brought liberty and justice to them. And then they want to put their damn... they want to be like, oh, when shit hit the fan, because it's like they don't know how to... You can take the person to the well, but I guarantee you they won't drink it. And so what this is pretty much saying is you have helped people manifest abundance, stability, opportunities into their life. But once they get it, they have always found a way, when they're not ready, to put themselves back in the same situation, because they'll get to that new good thing, right? They'll be at that new good job, and now they're looking for all the problems at the job as to why they can't be there, because they weren't ready. The character wasn't built for them to be able to sustain whatever it is that they asked for. You have helped people say they want a relationship, and you have helped them attract better relationships. They'll get with a good person, and then they'll swear that person is doing something to them. Because when the mind is sick, it doesn't matter where you put them. They will go wherever they are going and fuck it up for themselves. Because from the very beginning, they came into the situation desperate. So they're like, I want this, I want that, I'm ready. When you're really, 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 really ready, and you're being honest with yourself and where you are on your journey, you become more patient. You won't even ask when, where, and how. It shows in the way in which the care you take on yourself. It shows in how you show up for you. And so you have made some type of commitment to gatekeep a lot of different things. Because many people either blame you, or they blame you as the reason for their rise or decline. They don't even make no damn sense. Yes, you cannot win with fear. Let me go ahead and say this now. Just because I know how to read or sense the negativity in the room doesn't mean that I'm negative. I just know how to articulate it. I know how to describe it. I look at negative shit all day. That don't emotionally move me. So there's that. I'm not no damn boogeyman. Fear. What is fear? What's it? I laugh in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha. What was that, Lion King? Here it is. So, I don't know if you're afraid or someone else is afraid, or if this is like one of your biggest fears. I thought this have to be your fear. And do a balance at the bottom of the day. Yeah, this has to be your fear. What you scared of? What is my subscriber scared of, Spirit? You're scared of someone being able to know your motives, to be able to see you coming. I think you like being mysterious. That's why we have the secrets here. You like being mysterious. You like for people not to know, what you do behind the scenes. Like the magician, how you take a quarter, put it behind someone's ear, or you make a quarter appear, No magician likes you to be able to see how they pull strings to find the card that they told you to look for, or to find the quarter behind their ear, like at how they did. They don't want to, takes the fun out of it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like whoever you want, I do feel like you want to be with somebody, or you feel committed to someone. But I do feel like there's a fear that this person may look behind the curtain and not like what they see. Yes, we have an offer in reverse. So you fear that someone may, you fear rejection. Okay. Queen rising. Yes, stepping into your power, praise, coming up, spotlight. You fear rejection. That if you offer someone something, that they may reject you. And that is why you're trying to move on from the situation. Because you can't take like your ego being hit. Yeah, I feel like you're not in the mood for that. Same shit, different day. Because somebody may look at what you do as bad. You're tired of that shit. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so you dibble and dabble on the good and the bad side. Okay. That's what you do. That's what you do. You ever dark and like energy? Always energy. Okay. Okay. Sarah, why is strength here? So you need someone that can take the spotlight. That what comes with it? What comes with the territory? Something about a lot of people lie and say a lot of things. But you need someone that can take the heat in the kitchen. When I see the swords in reverse, this is always saying like you don't take it personal. You have the type of spiritual fortitude that doesn't take shit personal, especially if people are throwing subliminals at you or they talking shit about you. You don't take shit personally. Typically the Ten of Swords yes, it can be from strangers, but I like to think of the Ten of Swords as being something that's like an up close and personal type of massacre, you know. Nothing really hurts more than people that look like you, talk like you, come from the same upbringing as you, have the same struggles as you, being the ones that stab you the hardest, right? I think Mike Epps said it where he had like imposter syndrome, where it was hard for him to cope with the reality that he had outgrew people from his prior reality. And so him numbing himself was because he didn't feel like he could live with the spotlight, knowing that he couldn't take his friends from his hood with him. You know what I'm saying? So sharing that vulnerability and getting to a space of spiritual, mental, and emotional strength that even your closest relatives and friends can't even hurt you or stab you in the back, or you don't take it personal. When the person that you sleep in the bed with every single day does their worst to you, and you evolve so much spiritually, mentally, and emotionally that not even the person that should honor you can make you feel as if it's personally directed towards you, if you can see that it's all a projection of them and you don't hurt or you don't feel no type of way about it, to the point where you wouldn't even want to stop them from being who they are. That's how you know you're ready for this spotlight. That's how you know you're ready for this shit. You gotta have that type of strength. When your own mother that popped you out that coochie can literally not hurt your feelings. Not saying that you numb and you have to stay away in order for you to deal or cope with it. No, I'm talking about where you can see them every single day. You can listen to them throw shade to sun up to sundown. And you have that much emotional intelligence to the point where it does not move you in a way where you feel you need to correct them or change them or ask them, why are you doing that to me? I'm your child. When you get to that emotional maturity status in your life, you can really be anywhere, around anyone and everyone, and be not of it. You a ghost. You know? That's when you know you're ready for the spotlight. I feel like you're coming into your own spotlight, and there is someone that wants to date you or take you out, but they are a little afraid, okay? Because there is a fear here that you may be able to see what they're planning all along. And then, like I said, I think that situation is more of, can that person hear my thoughts? Can they know what I'm about to do next? Imagine wanting to like do a strip tease for someone, and like you doing all this planning to like go get the lingerie, get everything you need, do right, and then the whole time the person that you want to surprise knows everything. You know, they know what color you gonna wear, they know what shoes you gonna have on, they know how long you're gonna do it, how much you've been practicing, not because they've been spying or going around doing things or trying to ask other people questions, but simply because they just know things. Like, they know everything about you. The vow energy, there isn't anything that your person wouldn't know about you that you wouldn't know about them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it would be in tandem in a way. You wouldn't even realize that y'all like the same brand, y'all like the same stuff. Y'all like, it's like left brain, right brain in the flesh. So, you know, on one end, I do feel like this person is like, I'm gonna be patient with you and let you have your spotlight and your glory. But I do feel like maybe this person has tried to scurry things up a bit, you know. Let's get this shit on the road. Maybe they gave it to you really fast. Or maybe they helped you manifest something really fast. That's because they wanted you to have it, so you can see that there's nothing else to fear. But I do feel like now, I do feel like now, like they may have like nudged it in a particular direction, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. Maybe something that would have normally taken you 5 years to do, this person help you do it in like 2. You get what I'm saying? It's because they kind of wanted to like, yeah, if I could just pinch that time gap, just bridge it a little bit closer. This King of Wands energy, love y'all ass. I swear to God. Okay, so we have. So here's the interesting part, right? Every time this person bends air, right, and they kind of like speed up time or tweak it just a little bit, it also draws a specific kind of energy. Like it attracts opportunists like flies to shit. Opportunists are like super drawn, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm the energy that you." They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was the energy you're picking up on. Yeah, that's me." It's like, reminds me of that movie, Fifth Element. Y'all remember when Corbin Dallas was like tricked, and he was pretty much like locked in his apartment, and they stole his tickets, and he had to find a way out of that situation. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Someone stole your tickets and has been passing themselves off like Corbin Dallas. Whatever your name is, they've been passing themselves off like, oh yeah, I'm that guy, I'm him, I'm her, you know. So every time the real you the real you that I'm talking to, every time the real Corey Dallas stands up, with the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. When you stand up and you have no fear, the false mask of the person that's trying to deceive your soulmate, they start glitching. Yeah, buddy, they start glitching. Their lies are not landing. They have no charisma because you're occupying the space of courage, and this person can no longer pretend to sit in your seat. Pretend to be you. But anytime that you are grieving the loss of someone that you always wanted and you could not have, or you're grieving the idea that you may lose this person to another person, or whatever your fears are, that karmic energy looks forward to exploiting it to their advantage. They're like, oh yeah, keep thinking about that. They'll put the thoughts in your head for you. I know, ain't that fucked up? They just forgot about you, just dropped you like a hot tamale, and then it's supposed to make you feel like this is why it can never work, and then you walk off and it's like, huh? Yeah. So when you stop taking it so personally about whatever happened, even if it's coming from your soulmate, or whatever happened, whatever you were grieving or crying over spilled milk about, I don't know. When you keep letting that shit go, makes it hard for impersonators to perpetrate as you. Oh, way in the water. Let's see. Told you, 7 of Swords. Lion. So if you have, I don't care if this is a friend, a family member, a foe, whoever you normally you give good advice to, but you let you give this person is always finding the negative in the situation, it's because they want you to feel like, tell me it's you, it's always you. Say it again, say the word. Yes, it's like that moment when Mufasa lies and goes, oh, it was Scar, it was Taka that helped you, giving him street credit or giving him credit on some shit that he don't even know, on some knowledge that he don't even know, on some game that he would never even know. Letting him pass himself off as being worthy. But he has no courage because he's the scary one. But then you acting scary, and that's why I figure like, oh, Mufasa, this is just tragic. And then what happens from there? Yes, and then she had to come and like, listen, it's you. You're the one that said I got you. You're the one that did all this. You're the person that did it. And he was like, no, it wasn't me. And she's like, admit it. Like, come on, stop playing. So this is about getting your courage, finding your heart, having the courage to say or do something. I don't know if someone asked you, like, lie for me or say this for me or do this for me, but it feels like somebody was asking you to lie for them, like, help me get my person back or help me get, and you, I don't know if you agreed. You get Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the King of Cups. You agreed. Damn. Someone already knows. Like, someone already knows the plot, the setup, and it's not going to work. 10 of Wands in reverse. 10 of Wands upright. tell me that. It's like someone is like, please, please help me deceive this person. I know they're gonna be lucky. I want my person. And then here you are like, all right, I'll help you. I'll tell you the right things to say to put their guards down. I'll tell you how to properly be with them. I'll keep you updated. Like someone, ooh. But then at the same time, you know it ain't gonna work. It's like good luck. Say it again, say it again, say it again. The way you inside me, beside me. Yeah, they had some songs now. Yeah, it's not gonna work because someone is like, they're not a fool anymore. They know how to be in flow. So when they often appear like they're roaming or wandering around aimlessly with nobody to guide them, it's like a shiny object in the middle of the ocean, and a person will literally deep dive to get, but when they get there, there's no shiny object. It's just a rock, you know? And they're like, I know I didn't come all the way down here for no shiny object, but it's just a rock. Yes, because it's supposed to be just a rock. It's supposed to appear as just a rock to the people that it's not meant for. But for the person that it's meant for, it will shine like a diamond. They will see the diamond, even if it is in its rough. They will know what to do with it. This is someone that's trying to get answers, clues to the riddle, trying to be taught the game, and they don't even smell what the rock is cooking in this motherfucker at all. So that's it. That's all. That's what I'm seeing. It ain't gonna work. Something ain't gonna work.